19 Reasons Women Lie About Rape. Hey everybody, it's Prince of Queens, and it's been a super long time since I've done one of these listicle videos, but ultimately, now that the Me Too era is winding down and seemingly there were more false accusations than there were accusations, and we've lived with this incessantly untrue and incessantly commonly said notion that women never lie about rape, or maybe that there's never a reason to lie about rape because making a big deal about a rape is such a big deal and it's blah blah. Okay, we all know that's not true. And the thing is, we've always known that's not true. It's never been one, like, this line that people say, it's never actually convinced a single person. It's kind of how, like, people say, oh, only white people can be racist, you can't be racist against white people. Nobody actually believes it, and nobody has ever believed it. People just pretend to believe it, because if you don't pretend to believe these things, like that women never not lie about rape, if you live around a bunch of feminists, they will surround you like a bunch of angry geese, and they will be like, quack, 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 quack. And so everybody just realized, okay, I'm gonna spare myself the headache and pretend maybe women never lie about rape. But nobody actually thinks that. So now I decided to finally, once and for all, come up with as many reasons as I possibly could that women actually do lie about rape, because supposedly everybody else is so incredibly unimaginative that they could never do it. I decided to do it. But before I get into it, I want to first say that tomorrow, the 28th of July, 2019, there will be a GAYTRIARCHY, and the guest will be Brian Martinez. So come check that out, and it will be at noon o'clock. All right, first reason that women can lie about being raped, and probably have, to hide the fact that they cheated. Now, I'm not entirely sure how the guy figures out that she cheated in this situation. Maybe he smells cologne on her, maybe something like that, and she's really not good at lying, or he's really good at detecting when she's lying because they've known each other for a long time. And so finally she ends up saying, oh, I went over to this guy's house and then he forced himself on me, and yeah, or something. But really, it was just a big lie. I don't know. I'm not going to say that one's super common, but maybe it could be. Maybe I'm not being very imaginative at the moment, and I can't remember that many situations in which that would happen, because it's kind of broad, hiding the fact that she cheated. So I'm going to move on to number two. To get attention. Now, when I say this one, it's again very broad, but I'm imagining a young girl who is just being dramatic because, for whatever reason, she wants some attention. There was this girl when I was in high school, and she asked this guy out. He said no. She was a freshman. He was probably a junior or a senior. He said no. She started crying, and then she left the school. She came back, and then when she was crying, somebody asked her, hey, why are you crying? And she said she was raped. Apparently the cops were called. There was a rape kit, and she came up negative. And I don't know if that's attention, but just trying to excuse her drama antics in some way or another is what I'm going to settle for. So it's similar enough. I don't know. Maybe we could phrase that differently. Whatever. 3, feminist victim status. The everybody wants a pony. Everybody wants a Me Too. Everybody wants to fit in. Come on. I don't need to elaborate that much upon that one. We've all seen it. We've all seen it. Number 4, because they were mad at the guy or the guys. I don't know. There's a lot of situations in which this could potentially happen. Maybe she went to a frat party, and then the guys at the party were like, hey, you and your chubby friends, you gotta go. You're not hot. We only want hot girls here. And so they were like, they raped us. But actually, that was a lie. I don't know how often that exact scenario happens, but come on, we all know that girls have lied about guys that they are mad at. Number 5, because they hate people like the guy. Okay, that one is something that I have this habit of posting news stories about women that have been caught lying about rape, and a number of them are white girls that lie about black men. And the funny thing is, they sometimes lie about multiple guys, and it's actually really not funny. It's really messed up. But I have to wonder, maybe they're just racist. Like, maybe they really, really hate black men, so they made up these rapes by 3 different black men, and then it turns out she's just some racist white chick. Wouldn't be super unlikely, and we all know it. And if anybody wants to say, oh, these stories don't happen, no, they happen all the time. I share them on my social media all the time. I could dig them up easily, so don't give me that crap. Number 7, to help somebody gain power. I'm not exactly sure, because okay, the one after this is sort of similar to this, but let's just say there is some sort of organization, like, I don't know, maybe even at a corporate company, a woman might say the lie about being sexually assaulted, or maybe it's just that that a leader, that she supports a female leader and she's trying to get him out of office. Hey, maybe something that happened to Trump. This seems likely. Maybe some book sales in there, like that woman that thinks that rape is sexy, whatever her name was, and she said that Trump tried to rape her, but she thinks that it wasn't really rape because most people think that rape is sexy, or something. Whatever her name was. Number 7, because they were bribed or they knew they'd be compensated. I believe that the Christine Blasey Ford effect should be what we should call that one. I mean, Christine Blasey Ford was very, very obviously lying, and she knew perfectly well that she would be treated like a hero, that she would probably get a lot of money. Somebody probably told her, hey, we're going to give you so much PR that you're going to make millions of dollars for telling this lie. And she did. Number 8, to get revenge on an ex. The Mattress Girl saga. That is the quintessential example of that. Number 9, to get revenge on a non-ex. Maybe that's sort of similar to a one. Oh, because they were mad at the guys. Did I kind of repeat myself? You know what? I think I did. Okay, we're going to change this to 18, but whatever. Number 10, to get out of a marriage. That probably happens all the time. There are probably all these ex-husbands in prison or paying all sorts of, alimony, crazy crap like that because some woman just realized that she could, right? Number 11, to get away from a family member. This is a pretty easy one. If a young woman is, maybe a teenager and decides that she hates living with her dad, she can just say that he raped her. And I might kind of know people who have done that. Just saying. Number 12, because they became convinced it was rape by feminists. This is one that I kind of got from Karen Strawn talking about it. And this might have been the case with Mattress Girl Emma Sokolowitz. Gender studies classes really, really, really try hard to convince young women that basically every bit of heterosexual sex is rape. Like, if the guy tries to kiss you and you say no and then you throw yourself at him, they can be like, well, but you did say no. Yeah, that's right. And, I regretted it. So, okay, yeah. And I think that some women do decide that because they didn't fall in love and get married or something, and then they did say no at that point, maybe they can count that as rape. Like, maybe they do legitimately think that. Just saying. Number 13, because they regretted the sex. Kind of similar. Number 14, because they are pathologically disturbed. that again kind of goes into a similar realm where they're thinking like, oh, maybe I was, maybe they actually have a selective memory. Maybe, I believe borderline personality disorder, those people actually start to believe their own lies. Or maybe they're a pathological liar. Maybe they enjoy duping people. Or maybe they're histrionic. Histrionic people find ways of making everything about their own emotional turmoil and things like that. And it's just a big mess with those people. So, I don't really know. But yeah, pathological people are awful. Number 15, because they wish they were more attractive. That's one that I was thinking of, that fat lesbian in the UK who she accused like 11 guys of raping her before they finally caught her. And I have to wonder, maybe she just kind of wished she was hotter. I don't know why she really did this. So it's a good of a guess. Maybe she was also pathologically disturbed. Number 16, to explain a pregnancy. I bet that happens a lot. And that's a really, really messed up one, too, because it's like, poor guy has sex with this girl. She wants to cheat on someone, or maybe, she lives with a religious family and she starts dating some young man that's about her age. And then she gets pregnant and she just lies. And so all of a sudden, that guy is going to face prison time and also having to pay child support. I mean, God, I do not envy straight guys at all. That's so sad. Think about that. And number 17, to explain an STD. I bet that happens a lot. Like, some of these things are specific. Some of these are kind of nebulous, but I want to categorize them into different ones. And some of them are things that you can just totally see happening very, very clearly. Like, you come home with an STD, like you're Rihanna or something with Chris Brown, and you're like, well, then I was raped. No, you weren't. No, you're a slut. Number 18, to gain power over a lover. That's one that I imagine happens a lot. I imagine that a woman doesn't want to be by herself. I imagine that maybe, he supports her a little bit. And so she says, oh, okay, I'm going to tell people that you raped me. Or, maybe starts telling people that. And then secretly she wants him to come back. Stranger things have happened. It's just a reason. Apparently people lie about rape all the time, so that's a very, very plausible reason. Number 19, because a guy rejected them. That's kind of in the vein of the to get attention one, and that's also kind of in the vein of the because they were mad at an ex, to get revenge on an ex. And okay, maybe we could reduce these down to about 12, 13 reasons. Like, maybe I'm kind of repeating myself, but ultimately, hey, I definitely got to over 10. And when we're thinking about the fact that people have literally said that women don't do this and that there's no reason that women do this, think about how absurd that is. That's just so silly. I was able to at least come up with 19 vaguely different reasons. And if you want to hear me be like that tomorrow, tune in at noon. GAYTRIARCHY. Close to 12 hours, more like 14. All right, bye.